We're live, huh?
We are live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name is Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is Loshak in the Bag show for Monday afternoon, September 3rd, Labor Day. Shout out to everyone. I am Jimmy the Bag. I'm slowly getting my my footing back underneath me. Jimmy the Bag. I took the weekend off, which was not intentionally. And I'm slowly coming back. Today in MLB is interesting. I cashed with the Cleveland, with the KC team total over. Right, that was a nice play there. So some ups and downs. I think the under in retrospect in the Boston game was the right call. The first half under did cash. Second half full game under just missed. But then Boston on the second half was a winner for me. I did take a shot with Cincinnati -1. That lost. I thought that Urena might get hit. That one lost. So it was kind of up and down the whole entire the Cubs. You took I can't even.
I took the Cubs first five. That 2 out, bottom of the fifth. Fuck me. I got the Cardinals Nationals under. I thought I was going to come in here close to sobbing. Brent Hudson, damn Pete, I tried to tell you Braves over.
I don't know there, pal. The first half cashed and the full game was close. I'll grant you that maybe the best thing would have been to stay off it. But on that game, I had 3 picks, 2 wins, 1 loss, and I'm okay with that anytime. But you're right. Shout out to you, Brant Hunt, because you did have the full game, and that one did go over. I had the first half. That one went under.
The A's are looking good. I cannot believe... I don't want to get too excited, but I cannot believe that San Francisco is has made a comeback. Nut Flush, my man, Nut Flush is with. He watched the whole show with his whole family the morning. Man. So what a guy!
I'm sorry, I was a little bit out of it in the morning show. Nut Flush to all Nut Flush's Nut Flush's daughters are probably like, why do you like this show so much? But because normally there's more. But was it morning? I can't even remember. Was the morning show good, Jim?
I don't know if it was our finest work.
Was it really?
I was sloppy too, man. I just started sleeping again like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But
I had a tough weekend. Not betting wise. Betting wise and handicapping wise, everything was fine. But yeah. So wow, he was watching it with his whole family. Damn it! I hope. I hope we.
One of the highlights of the trip was hanging out with Nut Flush and his wife. What a great team! What a great team they are, man. That's you want to find a partner that will go to Vegas with you and cap. She hit a big parlay.
Did she?
She hit a big parlay in Vegas too, man. I respect. It was the Cardinals Nationals started out 3-0 in the first inning. I've been close to openly sobbing all day today. But watching the Giants come back makes me feel good. Jason Enright lump on the Rockies in play. That does
what
not.
happened?
Jason Enright going big on Rockies in play. That does not make me feel good.
Yeah.
But the CFL game, I should have just stuck to the Dogs. My whole plan actually this morning was to come in and take the Eskimos to cover and the Argonauts to cover. And after the first half, you hit the first half.
Yeah. When it's a game like that and it's a general feel for it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get burned. Sometimes the full game goes over and the first half goes under, and then, you would have been better off just taking the full game. But, I felt like in a situation like this, there was as much of an edge on the first half as on the full game. So why not double up? Why not hedge out a little bit?
I thought we were in good shape. I thought you were going to double up. And
Jason Enright with an interesting question. How do ye guys make a living off betting when most of ye tip loses? Fade ye all day long. That's a good question, Jason Enright. And the answer is it's a great question. Very well put. He seems like an educated guy. The answer is that some people, do make a living off of betting. It's a very small number. Other people aspire to make a living off of betting. Other people do it recreationally. There's all kinds of reasons why people like to bet. And Jimmy and I, of course, are very honest about what we do, what we aspire to do, and all that. So there's your answer, Jason Enright. Some people do actually make money betting, a small amount, but they're definitely there. I'm sure some people in the comment section are among those people.
Yes.
Other people, roughly break even and aspire to make a living. Other people lose money long term and they're okay with that. Other people lose money long term and aren't okay with it, and those people need to learn how to make sports betting an enjoyable thing as opposed to something that might make them unhappy. Great question, Jason Enright, and there's your answer. And if you'd like to fade us, what's the opposite of ye?
I
have no idea. But if you would like to fade us all day long, be our guest.
Yes.
I will warn you though that I am up positive units in every single currently tracked sport right now, Jason Enright. Yes, a few of those sports I'm only up 1 or 2 units, but be careful. If you were fading me on every currently tracked sport, Jason Enright, you would be way down. And if you were tailing me on every currently tracked sport, you'd be up a little bit. You know, it would be a slow grind, but you'd be up a little bit.
Be up
Great
nice.
Great question, Jason Enright.
You'd be up nice.
Yeah.
We're starting the NFL season, which is going to be, I think, I expect it to be a nice positive situation for Yi. And NHL, we got NHL coming up in 3 weeks, and we were combined up about 60 units. Is that right? About 60 units. You were up 36
NFL?
units in NHL.
Oh, NHL. Oh, yeah. Combined, we were killing it. And all my regular season, well, not all of it. A big chunk of my regular season success was due to listening / tailing Jimmy. Then, of course, in the postseason, which I've always done well with my whole life. And usually, I just pass on the entire NHL regular season and then hit the playoffs, which I do very well with. When the playoffs came, I was on my own, Jim. But the regular season, I was absolutely listening / tailing to you every day in and day out. And that is what I owe my first positive season in memory in the NHL regular season to. That's for sure.
I pushed Red Girl into the first 5 Cubs, and she says, you owe me a day at the spa.
Okay.
Sounds pretty wonderful to me.
Yes.
Am I allowed to be there too? Could I?
All right, let me
see.
see.
You going solo? I don't know. I lost my words there. I got so excited. I do owe you a day at the spa. There's one thing I know that we're waiting for NCAA football to be after MLB, to be after CFL, but I feel like I need to lock a line in.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I've decided after an afternoon of staring at this game to jump on the over.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech, Florida State. There's a lot of questions, obviously, with the first week in the season, and I know we're going to break down this game more. Yeah. Should I wait for the breakdown?
No. If you want to lock in, I
need to lock in the line right now. There's 53.5s on the board, and I find that very, very appealing. There's tons of questions. How much will Josh Jackson improve? How much rest will DeAndre Francois have? And I think part of that Francois answer was given to us when he won the starting job over Hockman and Blackman. How will Willie Taggart's career start off? The Seminoles are returning 12 starters, and the key to me is that 8 are on offense. So you're returning Sonny Vega in the house.
Shout out to Sonny Vega.
Great guy. That guy just makes me feel good hanging out with him.
I'm just a little bit annoyed right now because I bet and had leans to Oakland first 5 team total over. I bet that one. Oakland -1 was a no-brainer play. I bet that one. The San Francisco Colorado overs are plays that I bet and they were leans, and I'm just annoyed that
Oh wow! Over the pants butt stuff.
What?
That's a new name. We have a new name. Over the pants butt stuff.
What the hell's going on? Did they change SBR odds again?
Oh, why? What do you mean?
I think they did. They changed the layout of SBR odds again. Pitching and batting, and what the hell is all this shit?
No need to panic.
No, I panic, Jimmy the Bag. I'm a creature of habit. I'm a creature of habit, Jim.
No need to panic. Let's go back to over the pants butt stuff.
Go ahead.
How many times did I say that name before it sounds
That's a good
totally
name.
normal?
I'm all confused now. I'm annoyed because my leans are. I mean, I should be happy because my actual bets were cashing, but my leans I didn't give them as official picks, and now I'm a creature of habit. And now I'm looking at SBR odds. Looks like they changed some of the over the pants butt stuff. Who is that? Who is this guy? It could be a girl.
I don't know. Mysterious.
Instant best friend here.
Very, very mysterious. Superhero qualities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the first comment here is.
Says, Jimmy, the key to turning things around is imagine all those guys on the field are wearing skates and playing on ice.
Wow. What? This is my new best friend. Over the pants butt stuff. I could write a song about that in 5 seconds. That would be a hit. Over the pants butt stuff. Hell yeah. Wow. Very nice.
No, I like that. I respect that.
Yes, and KG says the weather is the reason the line is dropping tonight. But I'm seeing, I know that there was bad weather supposedly, but I'm looking at the weather. It's not looking that bad to me.
The weather is improving in both Hamilton and in our NCAA football game. The weather is improving, so I feel okay with it. I love the Seminoles rushing attack. We talked about how many guys are missing from this VTech defense. So I'm gonna hammer this. I'm gonna hammer this over, and we can break it down more when we get into the college football segment, which I'm fine. But I just need to lock in a line because.
All right, let's lock in the line for you, Jim.
Thank you.
All right, what do you want here?
I want 53.5.
All right, 53.5. I have to say I agree with that. I bet this one when it was at 55, and obviously it's crashing. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, look at that, 54, 53.5 at Bookmaker, 53.5 minus 110. All right, Jimmy the Bag, we're going to give you that. Hold on one second. Put a save there. Here we go. So Jim's going to take the Florida State game over 53.5 minus 110. Yeah, I have to say I agree with that. I'm not sure why it's dropping. Is it just because of the weather? If it's just because of the weather, I think that's an overreaction, for sure.
You know, that was something that we talked about in the office. It's questionable what the truth is, but that was the simplest answer.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Gokster says, "Oh, I'm fired up. Already picked up a nice USB mic, like you were telling me." Oh, beautiful. Mr. Gokster's going to start doing vids, man.
No way,
yeah,
really? Vids about what?
I don't know. You know, whatever he pleases.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Jason Enright did under 54.5 as a fade.
I like this guy, Jason Enright.
I do too.
I like this guy, Jay. Even though he slammed us in the beginning, I like it. If you slam us with style, you're one of our favorite favorite commenters.
He was a nice touch.
Go, awesome, brilliant.
Touch.
Jason Enright, we love you. Slam us however much you want.
Yeah.
Under 54.5 as a fade. Listen, I don't know. I'm still leaning overs. From as soon as this game came out, I thought that I was liking overs from both sides. Right. I'll admit that I did bet both team total overs as well. I still think the game's going to get over. I know that obviously you can say who knows who we're going to get from Florida State offense, which obviously is true. Obviously, who knows what we're going to get from Florida State offense. You're making educated guesses when you're doing this kind of thing, especially first week of college football. I think the overs is a good play.
I'm comfortable with it. Yeah, Gavnello 42 saying the Argos at plus 9.5 now. Yeah, that line is moved away from me. The weather's going to be really bad there. I should say the weather is improving, but the field is supposedly going to be real bad, so it's going to be hard to run the ball. So that'll be an interesting spot. Mr. Gokster says MLB, Japanese baseball, and NFL. That's what he's going to be, and then NHL when it comes on. It's very exciting. My man Nutflush says, you know you're doing something right when you see guys online start trying to copy the Lowbag show.
Who did that? Wait, what? What? Even
heard some go with the name Jimmy and the Boys, calling their chat the Village?
Even some go with the name Jimmy the Boys, calling their chat the Village. What's he talking about? What's he talking about?
I don't know. Are we going to lose our job?
Yeah, are other people, because you know how this shit goes. Like the people who copy are the ones who a lot of times, when you see guys online starting to try to copy. Who's trying to copy it, Nush Flush Allen? Yeah, pay attention, higher-ups. Absolutely. Who's trying to copy it? Is there a show called Jimmy and the Boys? What's he talking about?
I don't know. It's been a very strange day with hearing stories of people doing bag-esque stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. King Rails joining us. Joshua Garay in the house. Chris Blanchard, Red Girl. We got a good group, and we don't have a ton of games to work with. So if there's going to be any more, I hope that Jason Enright will always use like old Elizabethan slang when he messes with us.
I want to know who's trying to copy the Lowbag show. I want to see someone make fucking jokes like I can make jokes. You won't be able to do that.
Impossible.
You elite. I'm fucking Larry David right here in front of the camera. I'm Larry David of fucking sports handicapping. Go ahead, try to copy us, try to imitate us. You'll lose, at least on the jokes count.
Yeah, no doubt. And on our team, you can't mess with our team. You can't mess with our team. King Rail joining us. I hope I haven't asked him, but I hope Rail once the WNBA finals are. I've had
mental disabilities for 25 years. All of a sudden, some well-adjusted, sandy-haired guy from like the Arizona School of Broadcasting come in and try to copy me.
Impossible.
Yeah,
impossible.
Let's do it, fuckface.
Yeah.
What show's he talking about? I want to know who's trying to copy us.
Jimmy and the Boys.
There's a show called Jimmy and the Boys?
I have no idea.
What show's trying to copy us? What show's trying to copy us?
West Coast says, seeing Loshak in Vegas demonstrated that he's multi-talented. Great
Hell
management of the panel.
Oh, pow! Pow! Thank you very much, West Coast.
Fuck. Jason Enright got it. 9-8 Rockies. Oh, man. Good
work,
work,
Jason Enright. Bet him live. Wow, there you go.
Good work.
Very nice.
Good work,
Very
Jason
nice.
Enright. Good work.
This guy, Jason Enright, is suddenly out of nowhere. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Very impressive.
Wow.
Very impressive. Told ye. Good work.
If you have haters and people trying to duplicate your show, you're doing something right. That's true. But don't forget, fucking Bill Gates stole Windows, and he's a billionaire, and the guy who stole it from got like $10,000. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got to be careful about this.
You need to be on high alert.
Yeah, you got to be on high alert.
Yeah. Your head on a swivel.
Because we know how this shit works. Crime pays if you're smart about it and you do it white collar style.
No doubt. Jose G says 2-3 shows are trying to copy you.
Really?
We're in big trouble.
Really?
We're in big trouble.
Who are these shows?
We're in big
trouble. Who are these shows, and how are they trying to copy us? I mean, you can't say that. You can't. God, I feel like Howard Stern all of a sudden. Remember when Howard Stern used to say everyone's trying to copy him, and like you can't just say that two guys talking about sports is trying to copy us.
No.
How are they trying to copy us?
They probably have a giant Jimmy the Bag glass.
I want to know. I want to know
mustache.
how they're trying to copy us, because you can't just say that two guys talking about sports betting and making jokes is copying us. Because that's not true. That's not true. If they're trying to fake facial hair and they're trying to, I don't know what, and trying to pretend that they have mental problems when they really don't.
Could they have possibly got their hands on a lucrative Larry or a Freddie Fortune?
All right, we'll see. I do want to know how they're, because I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, all right. Anyway, let's get on. All right, so right, and there you go. Facebook wasn't Mark Zuckerberg's idea. I got to start stealing shit, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, Jesus Christ! I just want to steal one thing, secure my financial freedom, and then just have a good time. And then I won't care who's copying us, how many views we get, what analytics say. All right, let's go. All right,
let's go. Let's get to work.
I'm confused now. All right, I'm sorry. All right, so anyway, to recap, in the morning everything was sort of like half and half. The Cincinnati game didn't do well for me, but I did nail basically the Boston Atlanta game, and I, God. All right, I got to start going with my leans. Is that what they're doing in the other shows, whining and complaining about their leans? If they're doing that, then they're copying us. Yeah, I bet Oakland first 5 team total over 2 minus 120. I bet Oakland -1. Something was telling me it was just too much of an obvious play, so I didn't give him his picks. And I also liked the over in Colorado. I mean, obviously Anderson is terrible, and Bumgarner we were talking, as soon as Bumgarner came back, we said his velocity was down and he was likely to be overvalued going forward. All right, tomorrow I'm going to give all my leans. Tomorrow I'm not going to hold back. I'm glad that I gave KC though.
Oh, Ad Hoc has a very good call. He says, "What if one of the copier's characters likes prune juice?"
I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Then we're in big trouble.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
This was the second start in a row where I got talked off of backing Trevor Williams, which is great.
Word is it's a former SBR guy is backing the copycat shows.
That sounds like they're trying to get us.
Are they trolling us right now, or is
I don't know.
Backing the copycat shows?
I don't know. Jason Enright's got he's got some nice plays for
it.
He's got Ravens -7. I have to warn you, Jason Enright, that will be a play that ye will be on, and you might want to take the other side. Oh, Franco says CFL starts in 10 minutes. Why don't we get to that spot quickly?
Fuck you if you're trying to copy this show. Who are these people? I want to know who they are. All right, let's get to CFL. Jimmy and I have both given Edmonton, right? Toronto at +9. And I did see right before we started this show, the market was still all over the place. There was 9s, 8.5s, 9.5s, and that's where it still is. Yes, the market is 9, but Heritage and Bookmaker at 9.5, the Greek at 8.5, Bet365 at 8.5. So here we are. Kickoff is 10 minutes away, and the market is uncertain. You can get 9.5, you can get 8.5, and a whole lot of 9s.
Yeah, you can, and I got 9 on the show. I had to settle for 8.5. The question is, how bad is the field? How tough is the field? Will it be impossible to run on? Will people be slipping? MVP Sports Picks, Stucci in the house. He's going to make a video for us.
Shout out to Stucci.
I've asked Red Girl for a video this week too.
Shout out to Red Girl.
I also want King Rail to give us a breakdown of the WNBA Championship Series. If he's got time, we'd love that, King. Jason Enright is on Hamilton -8.5.
Jason Enright with another interesting question. Which is the worst feeling, losing a bet or not doing a bet and it wins? Losing a bet doesn't make me feel bad if I look back on it and understand my reasoning for making the bets. And losing a bet feels bad if I look back on it and feel like it was a hasty bet, or if I had lazy analysis. But if I believed in my analysis and the bet loses, no problem at all. Not doing a bet that it wins is usually more frustrating, because usually it's just a lack of balls that makes me not do a bet. But I tend not to. It's not that I don't have a problem pulling the trigger with money on bets. It's the problem of giving public plays. I'm much more risk averse when it comes to public plays and actual betting. So I don't really have a problem not pulling the trigger with an actual bet on a play that I'm liking. I have a problem giving public plays that's what really hurts Jason Enright, and there were a bunch of those in college football. Another great question, Jason Enright.
Jason Enright is, he's doing good stuff. King Rail says I had a small future on the Storm to win the whole thing. Oh, sorry, we got to get back to football, but I'm telling you what, King, King put me on Storm plus 550, $200 plus 550. Yes. Yeah.
That one guy that used to be on this show with Loshak is hosting the other copycat show? Is that true?
There are rumors.
Is that true?
There are rumors.
That one guy that used to be on this show with Loshak is hosting the other copycat show?
There are rumors. I don't want you to turn into the Incredible Hulk because I've seen you do it before. I want you to. You got a great looking shirt on right now.
Yeah.
You're looking tight. You got the purple pants, right? Everyone loves those pants.
That guy I'm not worried about. That guy I'm not worried about. But all right, okay. So what do we have here, Jimmy?
First off, I am going to hedge. I am going to create a situation where I can't lose. I'm going to take Mercury on the money line in Game 5. I think it's a very simple, very easy hedge. And Lamont Williams says, Pete and Jimmy, can't nobody take this show from me. He's here for life. Lamont Williams is here for us for life.
All right, thanks very much, Lamont
That doesn't mean something to you?
Yeah,
that means the whole world to me.
Everyone's allowed to do what they want in life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you want to see. It's just so frustrating. Whatever. We're not going to talk about it. All right. What do you want? The Mercury?
No, we're not going to do it yet. We don't have that game till tomorrow. I'm just talking about the future bet that.
Yeah.
But King's got a much bigger line than the plus 550 I've got. The CFL starts in 6 minutes. I guess I would definitely lean towards the under with the field conditions. But I'm not going to jump on it myself. But it does look pretty nice. 51 bad field conditions. Mazzoli does concern me. I'm going to take the Argonauts to cover. I guess if the Argonauts cover, it's most likely gone under. I'd say the Argonauts is correlated to the under, and the Ticats with Mazzoli would be correlated to the over. The Ticats D stepped up in a big way last week. If that's how they're going to be moving forward, then the under will definitely be in play. The Argonauts loss to the Alouettes does not look so bad after what happened with the Red Blacks. Personally, I feel like it's a nice spot for the Argos with the big points. And this is such a big game in Hamilton. Tim Hortons Field's going to be completely sold out, and I'm comfortable with where I stand in the CFL.
All right, I took Toronto -9 again. It's Bet365 in the Greek leaning Toronto. The bookmaker and Heritage leaning Hamilton. Interesting shit here, Jimmy the Bag.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with the Argonauts +9. I just wish that the only plan made was the Eskies. But I got kind of too excited about these two quarterbacks, and clearly Bo didn't look good in the second half, but whatever. I'm comfortable with the Argonauts +9. King Rail says, I bet you $100 Mystics win and $100 Storm win. We pay up on PayPal during the morning show. Not applicable. Wow.
What happened?
No, just they're talking about the basketball game coming up. And Seriously says, great pick. I had it as a value play. Went with the Reds instead. Yes. Yeah, I got talked off the Pirates. But let's get back to a focused play here. We've done CFL. The game starts in 4 minutes. Do you have any additions that you would like to make? You seem a little...
Break the Bookie says, Pete, there's a show like yours streaming live right now.
Oh, come on.
I'd like to know the titles of these shows.
They're messing with us, man.
I'd like to know the titles of these fuck faces.
Focused.
Yeah.
Break the Pete, there's a show like yours streaming live right now. They're messing with us.
I hear you.
They're getting in our heads, Pete.
Hey,
we can't let them get in our heads.
I feel like Howard Stern. You remember when Howard Stern used to complain about everyone copying him, and they kind of were, but kind of weren't. But still, it's like, all right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Our man Machiavelli has joined us, our lawyer, in case we get into any criminal problems. Also, any low bagger that gets in any kind of criminal situation, we have Machiavelli that will look after us. Says, what up, boys? Relaxing from court today, holiday today, excited for football. Had a great time with you guys in Vegas.
Mr. Gogser says, Pete, take a sip, brother. There is no freaking coffee outside, so that's another reison why things are a little bit weird.
You don't use the machine.
No, I do. There's nothing in the machine either.
What?
It was just water, Jim. I'm telling you, man. This is Michael Lunday says, Pete, this show may be imitated, but will never be duplicated. Thank you so much, Michael Lunday.
There we go.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true. If you got it, you got it. If you don't got it, I don't want it. I just made that up. I'd like to see the imitators make something like that up. I just made that up.
Oh man, that's a
If you got
sticker.
it, you got it. If you don't got it, if I got it, I got it. If I don't got it, I don't want it.
You know what? It didn't sound quite as good the second time.
All right.
Didn't quite sound as good the second time, but respect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm locked in CFL. King Rails is live right now. Loshak in the hack.
All right, that was funny. We know King Rail can pull a joke out of his ass once in a while, and he just did. That's funny as hell.
I like it. Man.
Actually, if someone actually made that show, I would retire. I'd be like, yeah, watch that shit. Watch that shit. All right. Let's get into MLB, Jim. We've wasted a lot of time here, which is okay because there's not that many games. Once again, Tampa Bay, Toronto had no overnight line. I'm going to pass on that one. Angels, Texas, very interesting. We have to discuss that a little bit. Mets, Dodgers. Jimmy the Bag took the first 5 innings under 3.5, which is obviously justifiable. Might be a no-brainer play, but I'm going to think about that for a second. San Diego, Arizona. Jim and I both took Arizona first 5 innings team total over, and I was also maybe thinking about a shot with San Diego on the second half at plus 130. Big line move in favor of Arizona. And then Baltimore, Seattle, I took the second half under 3.5, minus 125. And, this guy Rodgers has some upside. I would not be surprised if Rodgers has a good start. Ramirez, we know what we're going to get from him. It's likely to be more funny shit coming in.
Rex Smith, a new commenter, says, I have no idea what this channel is or how I ended up here. But Righteous Mustache did.
Oh, thank you very much, Rex Smith. Thank you very much, Rex Smith. Rex Smith, this is, I don't know. This might be the future. This might just be the MS-DOS of sports betting. And people will, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Machiavelli says, Peter, in a reality show, I want to see you combing your hair in the morning. This is money. Fuck the sports betting. I want to see Peter fritzing. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Sure.
Any media executives, I promise you anything I put me in will be gold. Will be good.
Oh, I believe it.
Now I'm really sounding like Howard Stern. All right, let's move on, Jimmy the Bag. Once again, I am on Seattle, Baltimore. Second half under. Jim and I are both on Arizona first 5 team total over 3. This guy Mitchell was really struggling in the minors. Arizona is in a perfect spot to bounce back offensively because they've been flaming out offensively recently, but they have a decent lineup. They have some decent bats in that lineup. Also leaning San Diego second half. Dodgers, Mets, again. Jimmy the Bag took the first 5 innings under. DeGrom is awesome. How long will this last? I mean, we've seen everyone flame out a little bit, right? Corey Kluber, everyone. DeGrom's running up some high pitch counts, but is this gonna last to the end of September? Maybe it will. Is he gonna continue to be great to the end of September? What do you think?
I just think in these high-profile spots, this is where he wants to be. YOLO Steve says Loshak is in rare form today. I find this normal.
Thank you
form.
very
much. I find this is the form I'm used to.
Man.
Winds blowing out softly. Dodgers went 8 and 9. Mets are somehow 11 and 16 in games that DeGrom has started. Can you believe that? 11 and 16. And 7 starts against the Dodgers. DeGrom does not have a victory. 3.43 ERA, but he's just simply a different type of pitcher here. Anna Merrick says, when am I going to hear back on the UFC picks, bud? I'm dying here. When are we going to do the UFC show?
I'm doing that show on Thursday. And you mean when we can release?
Yeah, because he's had all his plays.
Yeah, I mean, if he quoted the lines in the books, then those are the lines he'll lock in.
Cool.
I just kind of don't want to. I just kind of don't want to, hear his plays before I've done my deep research. But we're definitely gonna do it at the very latest on Thursday. At the very latest on Thursday, and then of course on Friday we'll repeat it again.
I don't even think that. I mean, obviously with a 3.5 line, you need both pitchers to roll. But it's the Mets hitting 222, 643 OPS versus lefties. Wood seems to have got his shit together. It's the combination of the two. I'd be surprised if DeGrom can allow 3 runs. If he allows 2 runs, I still think I hit this under 3.5. I really feel like Wood's going to shut these Mets down. You
know what the difference between me and all these other assholes are? Like, if all my secrets about my life were revealed, people would love me. People would like me even more. If all the secrets about all these scumbags were revealed, they'd be like, what a fucking scumbag. I'm not watching this guy.
Yeah, no skeletons in the closet.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. All my secrets make me look better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on, Jimmy the Bag.
Dodgers are playing. Thank you for Colby for adding this. Playing without Chris Taylor, Matt Kemp, Brian Dozier. That's nice, especially against the real reason why, not real reason, one of the big reasons they got Dozier was because he can hit lefties. He doesn't have a ton of power against lefties, but he can hit lefties. Mr. Gogser's on Dodgers run line, Dodgers team total over, which is nice. Cammy Gopher says, Kobe, glad you're here. What's the pick for college football? See, I mean, they don't even need us.
Shout out to Cammy Gopher.
Yeah, but they need it's the Cappers on the channel. Angel Romero's joining us.
Angel Romero says, you guys are truly dedicated to the show. Good afternoon, fellas. I'm back and ready for a great week. I'm going to kill it in soccer once again this week. I'm feeling it. Happy Labor Day weekend. All right, happy Labor Day to you, Angel Romero. I was just reading that very fast to see. Sure. And I like Morelias Monarcas. But no, we didn't get any picks. First-time viewers Angel Romero just absolutely killing it in soccer, Mexican soccer, particularly
incredible.
since he started commenting. Huge shout out to Angel Romero. All right.
We didn't break down this Shoemaker Springs game very much because of the thunderstorms. Have we got have the thunderstorms ceased at all in Texas? Because I heard this game might not even go off. Let me go to get some quick weather report here from Texas, because there's no need to break the game down if it's not even going to start off.
Well, I'm looking at, let me see. I'm looking at my weather. I'm not seeing any rain at all.
In Texas?
I'm seeing humid, cloudy, I'm not seeing any rain at all, Jim. Where are you looking?
I have 45%.
Oh, come on. Are you looking at daily?
32%?
Jim, don't use daily baseball data. It's the win numbers are inflated on daily baseball data. Great site. I'm just saying the win numbers are inflated.
But it still says thunderstorms, 50% precipitation.
Yeah, I'm seeing this game's going to go off, Jim.
Okay, let me get the Arlington
it's
weather.
humid, but it's going to go off. Slight wind blowing in about 8 or 9 miles an hour. This game will definitely go off. And I was thinking that this is a great spot for the Angels. There's been a huge 20-cent move in favor of Texas. This guy Springs is starting, and now Texas is doing what Tampa Bay was doing. The guy who's supposed to come after him is Gerardo, who is very, very vulnerable. So I was thinking that the Angels might be a play here. I don't really trust Shoemaker either. I'd be leaning first 5 innings over, similar to the Colorado game. Thinking about taking the Angels on the second half. Thinking about taking the Angels -1. Kind of confused about this game. Don't really want to force anything, but that's what I'm thinking right now, Jimmy the Bag.
Yeah, I get it. Gerardo is going to get touched. There's no doubt about it. I don't know what to make of either of these guys. I think the volatility in this game is pretty high, even without the big bats in the Angels lineup. And I think that was the issue, right? Let me pull up the lineups here. That was the issue with these Angels, was that their lineup was going to look awful. Calhoun, Fletcher, Trout, Simmons, Fernandez, Marte, Ward, Braceno, Eric Young Jr. That's one of the ugliest lineups this team has produced all year, trotted out there all year. When you look at the lineups, Texas is so much stronger. Oh man,
steaming right now, Jimmy the Bag.
Yeah.
You're liking Texas here, huh?
Well, the line. I mean, there's just a huge difference in lines. Chu, Odor, Andrews, Mazzara, Beltre, Profar, Gallo, Chirinos, DeShields Jr. against a bunch of bums in Calhoun and Trout. And I guess Andrelton Simmons in the cleanup spot. Come on. So 20-cent line move makes sense to me. Absolutely makes sense to me. Ad hoc says fade daily baseball data.
Yeah, it's. I'm just saying the win numbers are inflated. You know what I'm saying at Daily Baseball Data. Great site, but the win numbers are inflated. All right, Jim. What do you think? Do you want to add anything in MLB, or shall we move on?
This I feel like there's just an enormous advantage now, regardless of Gerardo coming in. I think there's an enormous advantage now with the Texas Rangers.
Because of the lineup?
Yeah, just a huge one. I mean, that is so I don't care that Gerardo's going to come in. I just feel the advantage is too big, and I'm going to take the Rangers full game.
You're going to take the Rangers full game?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in a weird mood right now, Jimmy the Bag. Let's see we'll line shop for you here at SBRodds.com. Texas, let's see what do we got?
Nostratota has joined us.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! There you go, Nostratota.
Let's see the other shows.
Yeah, let's see the other
Nostratota. Have a Goatstra in the house.
Wouldn't give them the fucking time of day, Nostratota.
Chance.
Hell yeah! All right, we're gonna give you -118. A few places do have 118. Intertops -119. Betmania 118. So we will give you that one. Texas -118. There certainly has been a line move. Man, Nostratota's been just giving out winners. I missed so many Nostratota winners this weekend because I fucking took sleeping pills. All right, Jim, we're giving you Texas there. I'm thinking that I was vaguely leaning second half under and vaguely leaning over as well, but I think I'm just going to I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off on this one. I
understand that. I'm going to stay off of the Rays Jays spot. The Rangers, I feel like is a I mean, there's just too big of an advantage right here. Kobe Valentine on the Mets Dodgers under 7. I can understand that. I like the first 5 better. We saw in that last game, the last gift kind of first 5 under with Wheeler up against Stratton. Stratton starting to pitch better, surprisingly. But still, the Mets the the Mets bullpen completely fell apart at the end after the really nice start. So I'm comfortable with the way.
Kind of interesting that this line has not gotten bet down. You would think that it would with these two starting pitchers, but it's still 7 minus 120 is available at the Greek. Few places at 6.5, but not much movement since opening or since the overnight line. That's interesting. Any commenters have any thoughts on this one? Wouldn't you have expected the under to move just a little bit? You know what I mean? To be getting 7 minus 134 at Pinnacle, for example, and most places to be at like 6.5 minus 105. Instead of what it is, 7 minus 121. The line is about 10 or 15 cents higher at Pinnacle than I would have expected right now. I would have expected the line to be in the minus 130s for the under at 7 at Pinnacle, but it's 121. That strikes me as somewhat interesting, Jim.
No doubt about it. But you see Heritage and Bet Online already going down to the 6.5.
Sure.
But I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I really think the issue is the Mets bullpen. You talked about the amount of pitches DeGrom's been throwing, and there's no reason to throw DeGrom anything over 100 pitches, you know?
Oh, man. Look at these commenters. John Roy, for Halloween, this show should have a contest of who can imitate this show the best. LOL.
That would be dope.
That is hilarious.
That.
For Halloween, we'll give out the best Loshak in the Bag Show Imitator Award. But then we give them publicity. But that's okay. Who cares? That's funny as hell. Yeah. That is hilarious, dude.
Adrian Barreto
wants you to... John Roy, that's funny as hell, man.
Adrian Barreto wants you to go with your leans.
Yeah, I mean,
and he says he's on Angels Rangers first half over.
Yeah, I would definitely be leaning that way. Interestingly, someone said that they like who is this? Shaquille Bell, a guy who always has very interesting opinions.
Yeah.
Likes Padres first half run line plus a half plus 135. So Shaquille Bell is obviously not too down on this guy Mitchell, unless he thinks that Godley is going to be just as vulnerable as Mitchell. I don't know what to make of Godley. I'm definitely down on Mitchell though. Definitely down on Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean. You never know really when these guys have so much time away from the mound, if they can kind of change their mindset and come in without any arm fatigue. But still, is Mitchell the guy? I mean, his numbers are god awful. He's going for the plus half. Is he on the first 5? Is that his play?
Yeah.
Mitchell, 35 walks and 23 strikeouts. I mean, he was god awful when he came over from the Yankees. Is he going to step it up? I don't know. Kobe Valentine says, I think Texas minus 1.5 is a solid play. LA has a shit whip lineup tonight. Team Money says Rangers win. I wonder you can talk about the Padres game for a second. I'm going to take a look and see what I'd get if I went doubled up on this Rangers.
All right, yeah. The only things I'm thinking about, again, a massive move also in favor of Seattle. Any reason why that would be? Is someone out for Baltimore? I was definitely leaning under 9 on that one. I bet it at under 9 on the opening line, and I did, of course, give the under 3.5 second half under as an official pick. 9 is not available on the 8.5 at plus money, but a huge move in favor of Seattle. Obviously, Baltimore is eminently fadeable, but still a 50-cent line move in favor of Seattle. And I like the Orioles starting pitcher here more than the Seattle starting pitcher. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be averse to taking a shot with the Baltimore on the first 5 innings money line now that it's headed up to where it is. Let me see where that one is, Jim.
I can understand that for sure. Just the lineup disparity is just enormous, just like in that Texas game.
What, Baltimore, Seattle?
Yeah.
How bad is Baltimore's lineup?
It's bad. It's bad. Mullins, VR, Mancini, Adam Jones, Chris Davis, Beckham, Nunez, Ricard, and Caleb Joseph. I mean, that's just ugly. And then the Seattle got their big guns in there, right? It's a Haniger, Segura, Cano, Cruz, Healy, Seager, Maben, Zanino, D. Gordon. I mean, it's a lineup that does a little bit of everything. Now, I don't think Seattle's a playoff team, but this is a lineup that does a little bit of everything. I can understand the big move.
And anyone have opinions of Rodgers, because he had some nice results in the minors?
But Chris Summers with you. Baltimore reverse run line.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's on Baltimore run line. Excuse me. Baltimore run line is a plus 1.5.
Right.
Marco Polo says Jays resting Morales, Grichuk, and Travis. Let's take a look at this Jays lineup. Where is it? Yeah, McKinney,
wow.
Gurriel,
Nostratoda says Padres are live tonight on the money line. A shot on the reverse run line too. So a lot of people are not as down on this guy Mitchell as we are. It's very interesting. That's very interesting.
Wow, I just think the talent disparity is so much. I've decided to double up on these Texas Rangers. I'm going to take them on the run line as well.
The run line as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking at Ricky Levine says the Angels are a AAA team with Trout doing a rehab assignment. Angels are a bad team. Yeah, it does seem like All right, so what do you want to add here?
I'm going to add the Rangers -1.5.
The Rangers -1.5, and that will be plus 165 at the Greek, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jim's also going to take Texas run line plus 165.
Corey Jean's joining us. Says, long time, Jimmy. How you been, my man?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been awful. Man. Shit's gone bad, man. Shit's gone sideways. Shit's gone sideways fast, Corey.
Who's that guy?
That's our pal, Corey Jean. Was always on
Corey
our show.
Jean.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey Jean.
I came back after the All-Star breakdown, 11 units in MLB. And I'm now down 52, Corey.
I'm up 35, approximately.
This is about me, Pete.
All right, I'm going to tail you on this one. I'm going to take a shot with Texas -1 here. I think that you're probably right. My only concern is that Gerardo is so hittable. You know what I mean? And he's supposed to come in after Springs, which concerns me.
Yeah, but this is the right spot for him. MFAM says over 5.5 runs, hammer. But this is a right spot for him. I mean, is Shoemaker going to be on the pitch count? I mean,
I think he is going to be on a pitch count, and we don't know what we're going to get from him. I'm going to take Texas here -1. The money line -118. The run line plus 165. Jim's on both of those. That's 2 bets for Jim. I'm just going to take one. Texas -1. Anything else you want to get to, Jim, before we move on to college football?
I agree with you that Gerardo
makes me nervous.
Yes, but Springs looks great. So if we get through a couple innings and don't need too much from Gerardo, Springs is not allowed to run in his last 5 innings. I like the way he looked. So I'm comfortable with this spot regardless.
Okay. Anything else you want to say? I'm thinking about the second half under on this one as well at 4. Second half under at 4, and I will take that one, Jimmy the Bag. I'm going to take the LA Angels, Texas Rangers, second half under 4 plus 100. That's the line at Bet365. That's the line at Bet365. One thing I can guarantee you. Those guys will. Their honesty is going to be in the toilet after a show and a half. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can go roll for a show and a half.
I know these guys. Trust me on this one, Jimmy the Bag. I'm taking the second half under 4 plus 100. That is the current line at Bookmaker. Angels and Texas. Second half under 4 plus 100. All right.
Listen to this. Our man Nostra Toda says, Rogers not great. I took O's reverse run line. Worth a shot against Erasmo.
That's what I was thinking. This line is just a 50-cent line move in favor of Seattle. That's what I was thinking. I'm just going to stick with the second half under here on that one. And in the Texas Angels game, again, I'm taking second half under 4 plus 100, and I'm taking Texas -1. And for the Dodgers-Mets game, man, I want to take the under 7 on this one. It just seems so no-brainerish. You know? I want to take the Dodgers' first 5-team total under as well. I'm just nervous that DeGrom is maybe running up high pitch counts, and this is the start where it starts to catch up with him a little bit, especially since there's a huge line move in favor of the Dodgers. Why would there be a 20-cent line move in favor of the Dodgers here, Jim?
Because the lineups came out.
And people are out for the Mets, huh? Who's out?
The Mets lineup doesn't look terrible. Oh, I guess it does look terrible.
It does look terrible?
Oh, God. Austin Jackson in the 2-hole. Guy's under the Mendoza line his whole life. Rosario, Jackson, Flores, Conforto, Frazier, Bruce. You got a nice 4, 5, 6. Masaraco 7. No, I take that back a bit. I'm surprised there's been that big of a line move, to be honest with you. Dodgers are throwing out Peterson, Turner, Machado, Muncy, Vertigo, Bellinger, Grandal, and Puig. I'm surprised there's been that big of a line move. But I think that's what people are thinking, is that DeGrom pitch count's so high. How can he keep going this? I mean, this is the third lowest ERA in the last 45 years or some shit?
Yeah. I mean, that's something that the bullpen coaches would know better than anyone else, you know?
Yeah. No, I feel
Angel
that.
Romero says, Loshak, I'm taking the under. Dodgers win 4-2. Anthony L says, Mets first 5 unders are easy money. Let's see. Other comments?
I agree with Anthony L. It just seems like that.
Christina White says, no one wants to talk to me. Christina White, I didn't even notice your name.
Oh, no. Now she said, fuck this video. Christina White, we apologize.
I'm a kid, okay? All right, Christina White, welcome. We will talk to you.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of stuff to cover here, Christina White. College football, CFL. We got to make jokes. We got to deal with the emotional fallout of hearing that people are trying to copy the show. There's a lot of stuff we're dealing. We have a limited limited time here, Christina White. Don't take it personally.
We did get off to a slow start.
We got off to a slow start.
Yeah.
His name is Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. Christina White, you are watching the Loshak in the Bag show right here at SBR Videos.
And thank you for joining us,
and thank you for
Christina White.
joining us, Christina White. All right. Justin Searcy says that Texas play seems fantastic. Angel Romero says I'm hitting the Dodgers first half easy bet. Okay. Chris Sanitate says Mets bullpen is bad. Definitely.
Yeah. Kobe talking about DeGrom allowing 3 or fewer runs in 24 straight starts. I didn't know it was live ball era because I have that stat here. It's tied with Dwight Gooden in '85. So Dwight Gooden had that record in the live ball era. I'm surprised at that. Marty Muerte says, "What y'all are the best. My favorite show. Much love, man.
Thank you so much. All right.
Anthony L says 45 minutes into the show and I just got here. Well, welcome.
Chris Blanchard says, "Focus, Pete." LOL. Yes, I know.
Michael Lunde says, "Jimmy, what about Texas to score first at plus 135?" Wow. That's a big line. My only concern is Shoemaker was a guy that we have high hopes for.
Oh, yeah. No, at times he was great. At times I was auto-playing on him.
Yeah.
At times I was auto-playing on him.
But this is a tough spot playing in Arlington. But the wind blowing in, we know that doesn't matter as much in Arlington with the sticky air, but it is just the 80 Fahrenheit game today. It's cooled down out there.
All right, you want to wrap it up and get to college football because I'm seeing that Teddy B not fazed by the line movement. Loshak Jim over 54 in the Florida State game. The over's gone over last 5 matches between both these teams. Write it down, Teddy B. Yes. All right. So do you want to wrap up MLB?
Yeah, I'm comfortable where I stand. I like the 2 additions.
Okay, so once again, Tampa Bay, Toronto, pass for both of us. Angels, Texas. Jim wound up taking Texas money line and the run line. I joined him, Texas -1. I took the second half under 4. Mets, Dodgers. Jimmy the Bag is taking the first 5 innings under. I'm staying off that one. San Diego, Arizona. Jim and I are both on Arizona first 5 innings, team total over 3. I would have a lean to San Diego on the second half. Baltimore, Seattle. I am on the second half under 3.5 -125, and that's it. Nostra Tota, though, liking Baltimore on the reverse run line, and if I had any balls at all, I would be agreeing with that one as well.
John Roy saying big reverse line movement on the Padres. Chris Sanitati liking Arizona San Diego game over. And nice to have Cody AV back. Yeah,
yes.
I like that guy representing the 604. Yeah, interesting. I like it. I like where I stand, and I'm ready to move on to college.
All right, let's move on to college football. Virginia Tech and Florida State. Once again, when this line opened, I was thinking that I had a lean to Florida State. That line got bet up. I had a lean to the over. That line get bet up. If I want to give it now, obviously Florida State 7 or 7.5. The total is actually glad you got for 53.5 because now that's not available. Bookmaker solidly at 54, and that is probably where it's going to sit. Let me see what the team totals are here. Again, the team totals were like I think 31 and 24. Let me see where the team totals are sitting here for team totals are sitting here for at Heritage at 31 and 23.5 for Virginia Tech. I'd be leaning both team total overs. I would be leaning Florida State. I understand Virginia Tech, a great program. You never want to count them out. But I think this year, at least to start the year, the name of the coach and the name of the program is maybe boosting them up a little bit. A lot of losses, you know what I mean? A lot of questions offensively. Obviously questions at Florida State, but I love the fit, Taggart, and the program. And I think Florida State's going to come out scoring here.
I agree. I would lean, if I had to make a bet, I would definitely lean towards the Seminoles. We know that this Virginia Tech defense will improve with Bud Foster, but it could get touched early.
Sonny Vega says, Loshak, did you get that BBW pick I sent you via Twitter? We're both fans of the BBW. Sonny Vega, no, I didn't get it, but unless it's like an amateur pick of someone who's not in the general, on the internet generally, I probably already have it, but thanks for sending it to me anyway, Sonny Vega. All right, let's see. Yeah, Big Dave says all you're going to be hearing all game, Florida State rolls 31-21. So Big Dave liking Florida State to cover, slight lean to the under, and Big Dave liking the Florida State team total to push, land right on 31.
Yeah, I like what Big Dave's on. I think Big Dave's right on track. I just hope that a couple more points are scored than that.
Jay Scum, a lot of people liking Virginia Tech. Ty Clinton, I got Virginia Tech at 7. Jay Scum, I took Virginia Tech at +7. Now it's back up to 7.5. Tom Marino says Tech returns most of their defensive front. Their secondary is very young. I think FSU will have an advantage in the passing game. I'm on FSU -7 full game. Ray Williams, Virginia Tech +7.5. Definitely feels like more people are on Virginia Tech than Florida State.
You know what? I don't know if that's the case. I think there is even. I think that people look for scores in week one when the fundamentals aren't really in place. So I think that's the spot. But Anthony else says week one. Can we really be that confident on any side on this game? So people go for a score here. I didn't get that. I mean, look what Hawaii did for people yesterday.
Sure. Teddy B liking the over. I'm looking for other
Williams,
comments
Virginia
here.
Tech +7.5. They still have 13 returning starters. FSU is changing towards the spread offensive pro style. Instead of pro style. It will take time for them to adjust.
Yeah.
A red girl on the under. Teddy B says Taggart offense is fast pass. Don't be surprised if this is a track meet.
Yeah.
Don't be phased by the line move. I like hearing that, Teddy.
I mean, look, FSU is going to need to use man beaters and crossers to get Virginia Tech out of man coverage. Wide alignments of wide receivers should help to reduce chances for interceptions. It allows Florida State to isolate certain defenders in space, and they cannot play invert coverage. They got to run some quads and run the quarterback away from it. Formation to isolate defenders away from help. Utilize formations with multiple backs to put pressure on Virginia Tech's backers. How's that for some analysis, Jim?
That's impressive.
Stolen right from Tomahawk Nation.
Wow, man
there you
beaters?
go. I'm going to start stealing shit. I'm just going to start copying shit.
Don't we have enough man beaters in the NFL?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what man beaters are. Virginia Tech has big but unproven receivers on the outside. They'll try to win jump balls. Florida State's going to give them fades all day, but they're so low percentage. Can they hit? I don't know. That's the big question. How do you like that for some analysis there, Jimmy the Bag?
Just want to get back to these man beaters.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What do we want to do here? You're on the over, Jimmy the Bag, right?
Yeah.
I'll take a shot with the over as well. Although some people that I definitely respect are leaning under. I'll take a shot with the over. It's going to be 54 -102 at Pinnacle. 54 -102 at Pinnacle. I'll take a shot with it. 54 over 54 -102. You're getting 53.5 -110.
Oh, wow. Rail's also on the Tech money line. So is our man Q Peso, father of Lobagalin.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech money line going for the score. Nolly knows, like in the over, FSU going to go fast on offense.
So if people are liking Virginia Tech, is it because they think that that Virginia Tech's defense is going to be as good as ever, or they think that Virginia Tech's offense is going to be able to keep up with whatever Florida State brings? Eli Bulldog, Florida State by 14.
Wow.
Ty Clinton, Virginia Tech money line. Wow.
And so is Chris Blanchard on Tech. Wow. And King Rail says, let's see. Yeah, so you're right. Okay, I guess more people are coming out of the woodwork on Virginia Tech.
Definitely.
Yeah.
King Rail Tech money line, Q Peso, Virginia Tech money line. Tomorino Tomor, though, Jackson hasn't been able to throw the ball downfield, and Tech really has no returning starters in the secondary. If FSU gets up early, I think Tech will struggle. BitXN, Taggart overrated. Seminoles horrible ACC record last year, 5 losses. I like Jackson to make the deep throws. This FSU secondary is no good. Yeah, Florida State has been a team I've had circled as overrated since I can remember, but it was because I didn't like the coaches. Jimbo Fisher, what's so funny?
KG got us. Says Harry back in the shag on BSR Live right now. Said take the under.
Oh, no.
What gives?
Oh, no.
Harry back in the shag.
I actually don't have a Harry back. I swear to God. All right. King Rail says, I love the D for Virginia Tech. Don't trust FSU offense. Wow. So King Rail probably leading under. Wow. Damn. See, that doesn't faze me because I don't have a hairy back. Not that there's anything wrong with hairy backs,
No,
but I'm
nothing
just
wrong
saying,
with
yeah.
it. No.
Oh, God. Yeah, and the problem is that Ray Williams says FSU was very overrated last year. Yes, because Jimbo Fisher would have these complicated offenses when you have these injuries and he's trying to explain offensive schemes to some freshman quarterback and everyone's banged up. Of course, your offense is going to stall out. I think this is much better. Taggart's just going to let them run, do what they got to do.
A new says FSU is tough at home tonight. Francois back, ready to prove himself again after this injury. Jake Bell says I'm a Hokies fan and I'm on him. And Twain Seymour said trying to hook up with Rail for the NBA season. We all are, man. Hopefully we get Rail videos here for the NBA season. But Rail's got big things ahead of him. So we just want a piece. We want a slice of what Rail's up to.
Shout out to Big King Rail. -110 Nostratota says -7 first half +130 and -14 +200 full game. I like the plus money and FSU advantage in every aspect. So Nostra Tota liking Florida State.
Yeah.
Wow. Alex Ledsinger, FSU new offense, and that quarterback that hasn't played in a year. I'm liking Virginia Tech. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Anil Frank on the team total over 31. That will help me. Nostra says, yeah, Francois, the X factor. I agree. Anu says Cam Akers is a problem. Thomas says, everyone forget FSU was tied with Alabama at the half last year before Francois got hurt. FSU was overrated last year because of QB. This year, no one respects Taggart. You know, I don't remember having a game where it's it feels very split.
Yeah,
with
very split. I'm just on the over, which is also kind of split. The line's headed down. People I respect are on the under, but I guguess that's it. Nothing more to say. Obviously, the comment section is split. Jimmy and I are both on the over, although, I'm definitely, if it loses, I won't be shocked. If it cuts close, if it's 31-21, I won't be shocked. Franco says, Pete, how do you like 6-point teaser Florida State -1 and over 48.5? Franco, some people I know love teasers in college football and basketball. Really, you should not be taking teasers in anything except for NFL and NFL preseason. But there are certain cases where I guess it can be worth doing. No, Franco, Florida State -1 and the over 48. If I was going to take that one, I would just take both of them. I would take Florida State -7 and over 54 and just try to cash with them, All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Going on?
Machiavelli says, Jimmy and Peter, give us your best pick of the night.
And Angel Romero, I like Florida State first half. So there's Angel Romero and Nostra Tota liking Florida State first half. Look at that.
Wow, man.
Look at that.
I've just been taking a beating.
What's wrong?
As I've been taking, McCara just kind of caught my heart there. I've been taking a beating. There's lots of things you can say about the beating I've been taking. But one thing is that it's, as hard as it is for me to give the info, it's just completely honest and 100% transparent. And I'm never going to sell anybody anything ever.
Yeah.
There's just no bullshit. But it's tough. It's tough, being down in front of everybody so visibly. But McCara says, Pete, Jimmy, this is the best show on the whole web. Period. Says it means far more than you can imagine.
All right, let him copy. Who cares? No one's going to say that about some other show.
Oh, man. McCara, that means so much.
That means so much to me, too.
Yeah, he says, you're simply amazing.
And I can tell you at least one other person, if they're copying, definitely will not be honest and definitely will not be transparent after a show and a half. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one, please. All right, moving back along.
David Baraz is on the over 54. Jake Farmer, Florida State team total over 31.5.
Now Machiavelli says, Jimmy and Peter, give us your best pick of the night. I'm putting $1,000 on whatever you tell me.
Oh, no.
Machiavelli, you can't put that kind of pressure on us. You can't put that kind of pressure on us, Machiavelli. But if I had to, if I had $1,000 and I had to put it on something.
On one game.
Oh, man, what would I put on? I have no idea. There's so few games going right now. And the CFL game started, didn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I probably, with the weather, I probably would have taken that one. Oh, man. You see, it's like, because those are the kinds of things I don't like to do, because that's the way sports betting is. There's small edges. You know what I mean? A big edge would be 56%. A huge edge would be 58%. You know what I'm saying? Even at 58%, it's so hard to say, yes, this is the play I would put $1,000 on. That's how you have to think about sports betting. A coin flip that you have a small, modest, or maybe a huge edge on. But just keep in mind, your huge edges are 58%. If you're betting props, like some of those strikeout props, sure, sometimes your huge edges might be 60%, 61%. If you're doing extremely nerdy, specific analysis like Steve from collegefootballwinning.com and your sample size and you're reducing your picks to a small amount each week, yes, maybe sometimes your edges can be 61%, low 60s. But for the most part, people like us, your huge edges are 58%, your big edges are 56%, and your average standard edges 53.5%, 54%. That's what you're looking at. So it's not one play that's just like, all right, I'm going to put $1,000 on this one, and if it loses, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying, Jim?
I know what you're saying.
Just got to keep things real here.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm interested to hear what everybody's best play is, just so I can hear it.
Yeah.
Nadali Alvarez likes Seattle team total over 4.5. Ahmed Amin likes the Mets first 5 under. Like seeing that. Kobe Valentine says Texas -1.5. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's 14-0 Ticats already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's okay. They'll be able to come back. Yeah, I don't even know. I guess if I had to make a play, if I had to pick one play that's still on the board, I would take Angels Texas second half under 4 plus 100. That's what I would take. Angels Texas second half under 4 plus 100. That's a very risky play. I think it's a 54% play, something like that. I think there is a small edge there, and that would be the play that I would mention. Texas second half under 4 plus 100. And it's an official pick for me, and I'm on it.
I would take the Texas Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yolo Steve says put your 1,000 on Tijuana Hookers. You don't need 1,000 for that. Big Dave says take the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna win 5-2. You get some cash on that.
Mm-hmm.
Not applicable says Toronto shits the bed in both sports tonight, possibly. Mr. Gokster likes Dodgers -1 as the play of the day.
And here you go, Eli Bulldog simply saying, yes, it is best show on the tube. Ah! Thank you so much. Who's Eli? Eli's on Virginia Tech, isn't he? I think he is. I can't remember who.
No, I think he's on.
Is he on Florida? I think he's on
Florida State.
He's on Florida State.
Florida
I'm
State
telling you, man, you got Eli Bulldog, you got Nostratota, you got Angel Romero, all kind of like in Florida State. You got Tom Marino Tomor, all kind of like in Florida State, man. I'll tell you what, if I had to make a free bet right now, I would take Florida State -7. But I'm only going to take the over.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Is that it? Should we wrap this weird, wild, unusual show up?
Well, we have one more edition.
Okay.
We have one more edition.
It's going to get even weirder now, almost guaranteed. Yeah? Is he coming in?
Yeah.
Let's see what lucrative Larry, the kids love him. The oldsters, the old-timers are starting to warm to him as well.
Coming off a
I'm
big
definitely
win.
like him. Coming off a big win, really.
Plus 272 parlay.
All right, come on down. Lucrative Larry, football season has started.
It started.
How's it going?
Guess who won at plus 272 parlay?
Was it plus 272?
Plus 272.
No way, really? Yeah. What? Hey, we can clap for that.
How you doing,
we can clap for that.
How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Mr. Peters, Mr. Jimmy's, I'm happy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Into the U.S. Open, men quarterfinals. John Eisner over versus Juan Martín del Potro. My Spanish there, huh?
Yeah, it's
nice. Shit. Over 42.5 games, -138 at Bet365.
Over 42.5 games, Eisner del Potro.
Games.
Over 42.5 games.
Wow. Respect,
That's
man.
my favorite shirt. Have you seen it?
I don't care for it.
Bye.
Thank you very much. And someone is asking, what do I think about no score in the first inning in the Mets game? It's -148 at Pinnacle, which is kind of high, but I like it. Look, I definitely like it. I'm leaning unders on that one. I agree with Jimmy's play on the first half. I agree with the full game under lean for the 7-1 -120, and I agree no score in the first as a lean as well, -148. That's just my opinion. Nathalie Alvarez, I definitely lean that way. Rex Smith says, LOL, this show is legit hilarious. Thank you very much. We've set a high bar for the imitators. This show is legit hilarious. Let's see if you can do it, imitators. If you can, congratulations. The bar is high, baby. Let's see what you can do, you fucking imitators. We'll see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern time.